Good evening, good early evening, YouTube. Harley Day Rider here, back at you once again, your good old friend HDR. Another guy that doesn't wave. I just wanted to show you some scenery here. I'm just heading home and I decided, so you think you're a Romeo, met a part in the picture show, and I took the long way home. So instead of jumping on the highway, I decided to jump back through some country roads, and I think we were on these roads before together, I'm pretty sure. It's just a nice little amazing scenery drive, and I did go down. We're on the lovely Road Glide Ultra. You know, the whole thing about the whole thing I talked about bikes in a couple videos ago about losing my old friend. Somebody made a good point. He said, don't name your motorcycle. Because when you name your motorcycle, you give it a personality. And it's like, don't name it. Just leave it go at that. It's a motorcycle, you know? I guess once you name it, then it's part of the family. But he said, don't name it. Then when you let it go, it's gone. Somebody else had a great comment through the comments I was reading and replying to everybody was, the heck was it? Oh, when you buy a new bike, don't ride the old one to the dealer. I was like, that's pretty crazy. Let the dealer pick it up and drop off, whatever new bike you're buying, whatever bike you're getting, have the dealer bring it to your house and pick up the other one. And then you don't have those emotional attachments to it as you're riding it for the last time. That was another great comment. I mean, that's a very positive thought. And as the more I ride the bike here, the Road Glide Ultra, and somebody else was saying they said that the less I will start missing the other one, and they are very, very true. So because this one has so much more power and so much more energy and so many more creature comforts on it that so you start to forget the other one. It's been the same way all these years with cars. I mean, I think you look down and see a crick. But yeah, the cars are the same way. You would think that... I just picked up a rock. Yeah, it was real nice. Cars are the same way, right? You build memories in cars, you ride them around, and all those years. If you have a car for 3 years, or maybe you kept it for 5 or 10, or however many you keep your cars. Nice try. And the guy waved. That's a nice howdy-do. So yeah, you have a car for all those years, and you trade it off, and it's really not that big of a deal. So, road work ahead. Hopefully it's not closed road work. So yeah, you let the car go and you never think about it. You get a new car with new luxuries. And one time when Mrs. ACR was buying one of her cars, just to give you a story here, glad that dog's on a leash. She bought one of her cars and she was looking at, I actually talked her into buying the next model up, and the only reason was, now believe it or not, was it had an armrest in the middle, and that's one of those creature comforts that I have to have. I need that armrest in the middle when you're riding in a car, going down, putting many miles in your car, going on a trip. And we always joke, it was like a $1,500 armrest, because that was the difference between like $1,500, whatever. Now she also got some things in that car that she don't want, and one of those things was a sunroof. She didn't want a sunroof. We never even opened the sunroofs, so why do we got to pay for that? A couple other few things that she has that we didn't think we'd ever need. So, but yeah, it's funny. When you buy a car, you can pick up an accessory. And Mrs. ACR sees that with motorcycles. She sees it pretty clearly that she said Harley Davidson. Well, really all motorcycles are kind of a, she calls it a racket. Call it what you want. I told you, somebody once told me that Harley Davidson sells you basically a blank canvas, unless you buy a CVO, right? If you buy a CVO, they say it has everything on it, you know. The Screaming Eagle package, you know, with the pipes and everything, and I don't know if it's a stage 4 or what the heck they put on that CVO, but if you buy a bike, stock bike, then you're buying a blank canvas where you're going to paint it, right? You're going to put what kind of pipes you want on it. You're going to put what kind of seat you want on it. Maybe new bars. Heck, I see guys buying custom mirrors. There's a lot of different things that you're going to buy for that motorcycle. And well, maybe I better stop and let that car go. Oh, he's turning this way. So yeah, it's there's another one turning this way. All right. So yeah, so you're, you know, in a car, she said she's never done that in a car. You know, as far as adding things to her car. And I said, I guess you do, you know. Look at those new weather mats. I mean, they're not the cheapest things in the world. Excuse me. And you know, so you put the weather mats in on the car, and you put this or that, or tinted windows, or I usually buy the really good, you know, the souped up windshield wipers, and we just read an article said don't ever do that. We read an article said buy cheap windshield wipers and throw them away every year and put new ones on. I don't know. I like the better windshield wipers because when it snows around here, it just seems to work better. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. So yeah, so she thinks motorcycles is a racket because you buy something and you never leave it stock. You start adding things to it. Like, I totally love this bike. Everything about this motorcycle. She doesn't sound bad. She has that little rumble, you know, just a little rumble. Will I be putting pipes on it? That will be for another video for next riding season. This riding season, absolutely not. I'm not putting anything on it. We're going to close out the season this year totally stock. One of the reasons is, you know, I mean, because I want it that way. I want to ride it stock. After my last bike, you know, changing the header pipes out, having the Screaming Eagles on there, it wasn't grossly loud by any means. But at times it felt like it was a little loud for the radio when you're going down the highway. Now, Mrs. HR will tell you, and she's told many people, oh, when you're riding the motorcycle, you don't really hear them pipes, you know, when you're up on top, you know, sitting on the seat. So she's got a really good perspective. She's ridden thousands of miles on the motorcycle, so she has a really good idea. Look, we're back in Pennsylvania. Hey, how about them apples, huh? Yeah, but the bike don't sound bad. So anyway, maybe that is the end of the story. Is what do you feel about customization? Do you keep your bikes pretty much stock? You know, do you go with the slip-on pipes? Do you go with do you rush out and buy a brand new seat? The Electric Glide Classic, I tell you, and you see some of the videos, I demoed some seats, and we ended up keeping the stock seat, and we put a lot of miles under our butt on that stock seat. And when we let the bike go, the stock seat was still fine. So we probably would have kept it another, you know, 5 years, whatever. We kept that bike. So this seat here is not too bad. This is about the same kind of stock seat it was on the Electric Glide Classic. Harley doesn't change them much over the years. So there you have it. So do you change that out? I mean, most of you change grips, you know, and I probably will put a set of grips on here because I really like the last grips I had. They were nice because they're a little bit bigger than the stock grips, and I do like that. Other than that, I mean, you know, I don't think I'll ever do a stage 1 kit on this, you know, and change the header pipes out and stuff, but I never thought I would do them on the Electric Glide Classic either, and I did. It was a big improvement. I mean, this has a lot more motor on it than that bike had, so I don't know. I just don't know where we'll go with that. But I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your story. What do you do to your bikes? Do you feel that you put extra money in your cars when you buy them? Or you just buy a car and drive it until you don't want it no more and then you trade it off? All right, folks, thanks for listening and joining me here on this journey home through the countryside. It's really been a beautiful evening here, and I knew it would be. It was 92 degrees today. I got home, Mrs. HDR said, "You taking the bike out?" And I said, "Nah, not yet. I'm going to take a nap first." So I took a nap, and I waited till it cooled down. Then I took the bike out. All right, take care, everybody. Remember, ride your own ride. Be safe out there. We will talk to you next time. Harley Dayrod's going to be down and out. Once again, in the lovely southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye for now.